Hello kids, today I am going to start with Standard 8 subject Mathematics chapter Perimeter and Area of a Plane Figure. Now we move on to the comparison of area and perimeter. What an area is and what a perimeter is. Here, as you can see, I have taken some figures of triangle, squares, trapezium, parallelogram, and the outer boundary of such kind of figures as well, like square and circles. So that means from the figure itself you can easily find out that area is the full region or the surface that is enclosed by the outer boundary of these figures, whereas perimeter is the length of the outer boundary. In case of this figure, as 4 sides are there, so if we find out the length of the outer boundary, the sum of the length is given by the perimeter, or will give the perimeter. Here a circle is there, so not sides, but the length of this outer boundary will give the perimeter of the circle. So if we want to compare area and perimeter, so area is the region enclosed inside the figure, and to measure area we use the unit square meter or square centimeter. In case of perimeter, as I said, it is the length of the outer boundary of the figure, or if we find out the sum of the length of the sides of a figure, that will give the perimeter. So as it is length, so same unit as of length, meter or centimeter. Now we will discuss some formulas related to rectangle and a square. Here we will discuss about the perimeter of a rectangle and area of rectangle. What is a rectangle? A rectangle is a closed plane figure whose opposite sides are equal, 2 lengths and 2 breadths are there. So perimeter is equals to length plus breadth plus breadth. So 2 into L plus B. If we want to find out the diagonal, so here the diagonal divides it into two equal right angle triangle. So the property of right angle triangle is the hypotenuse, that is the diagonal square, is equals to length square plus breadth square. So diagonal is equals to square root of length square and breadth square. Area is equals to length into breadth. So from the general formula, if area and breadth is given, we can find out length is equals to area by breadth. If length and area is given, we can find out breadth by area by length. Now area of the 4 walls to find out. Here area of the 4 walls means our room is in the form of a cuboid, so 3-dimensional figure. So there that is equals to 2 into length plus breadth into height. 4 walls. The area of the 4 walls will find out, means the two opposite walls are made up of length, that we get the area of the two opposite walls that are equal, and other two opposite are equal, like here if two walls are equal, two walls are equal area. So one will give the, by using length and height, this is breadth and height, from there we will get 2 into L plus B into height. Diagonal of the room 3-dimensionally again, so square root of length square plus breadth square plus height square. Move on to square, as all the sides of a square are equal, that we consider as small a, so perimeter is equals to a plus a plus a plus a, that is 4a. Diagonal is equals to a square plus a square, that is root under 2a square, so a root 2. Area is given by length into breadth. Here length breadth are same, so a into a square or side square. In terms of diagonal, area is equals to half into diagonal square, and side of a square is equals to root under area. Move on to the next figure, that is a parallelogram, where the opposite sides are parallel and equal. The difference is that from rectangle is that each angle is not equals to 90 degree. So if AB is the base, the respective height is this one. If CD will be the base, then we have to drop down a height from 8 on CD. This BC can also be the base, then we have to drop down a height on BC. If this AD can be the base, then we have to drop down a height or perpendicular on AD. So the base we'll consider on which the height will fall. So with the corresponding base, we'll consider the corresponding height. So area of parallelogram is equals to base into height. Next we'll move on to rhombus, where the opposite sides are parallel and equal. All the sides are equal as well. Here we will understand the property of diagonal. As I said, the line that joins the opposite vertex, those are the diagonals. If this is D1, diagonal 1, this is diagonal 2. So area of rhombus is equals to half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Here in this chapter, we will use another property of diagonals of a rhombus. That is, the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. What does it mean? It means that if the diagonals intersect each other at a point, there it will form the angle of 90 degree, and each diagonal divides the other into two equal parts. Our next figure is trapezium, where we have two parallel sides and two non-parallel sides, and the distance between the parallel side is the height. So if we have B1 and B2, or we can also call it as the bases as well, because the height will drop down on either of the bases. Here we have dropped down the height on base 1. We can also drop down height from here to here on base 2. So area of trapezium is given by half into sum of the parallel side, these two bases, parallel sides, into the height. So that can also be written as half into B1 plus B2 into height.